Reporting Distell a 12.6% increase in first half HIPS. That's to 433 cents. Now, Merwe Botha, Group Financial Director at Distell, spoke to us earlier about the impact that the weaker rand has had on their earnings.
The impact of the rand is, of course, in the first place, as we said in the profit announcement, on the revenue line, where we saw depreciation in the value of the rand of about 9% on average period on period. So that did benefit us. But then again, at period end, the exchange rate at period end determines your foreign currency translation gains or losses. The previous year we had very substantial currency translation gains, and this year almost none.
Right.
I would say that overall, the exchange rate had a lesser effect on our loss. In fact, it had, on that basis, a little bit of a negative effect, but it certainly benefited the revenue line.
When you look at your earnings from outside South Africa, how big a clump is that, and what's the target going forward?
Our earnings from outside South Africa is in the order of 25%, and we'd like to push it up.
What are you targeting?
We are targeting about 30% in the medium term.
What would the medium term be? Are we talking 3 to 5 years?
The medium term is about 4 years.
Okay. Let's talk about some of the issues that you've had to deal with, and I've been looking at your numbers and looking at your commentary as well. I see you're having to deal with, of course, tough times, so disposable incomes are under pressure. At the same time, you've got duties, excise duties going higher, and we've got the minister talking to us in the next couple of days. In addition to that, you're dealing also with tough competition. Just tell me, so where are you going to find margin, and how are you going to grow market share?
In the first place, we are working all the time very hard to improve the equity scores of our brands by continuing to invest behind our brands. So yes, we believe that we've got a strong portfolio of brands and over various segments. So that should drive revenue, but the increase in excise duties, if it's as stiff as last year on spirits, especially 20%, it would certainly impact on spirit sales. Everybody
knows that raw materials around the world are going higher, so costs are going to be a big part of your challenge going forward. You saw your expenses in this half at least around 10%. What's your target for cutting down on those costs?
This past year we had increases in the sector of revenue on certain categories, which have now normalized again.
Finally, Merwe, if I can ask you, I see you have declared an interim dividend of 152 cents. That's up 6.3% compared to the previous period. Do you think shareholders are going to grumble about that near inflation increase, particularly given these tough times?
No, I think the increase in dividend is a responsible increase given the group's cash flow forecast for the period ahead.